I'm Kelly Davis. I'm a journalism student at Columbia University, and I decided to do this documentary-style project on the passing of Nipsey Hussle when I saw firsthand how the city reacted when he passed away. Personally, I related to him being East African, but I understand that a lot of people related to him for many different reasons, whether it be his music, his community impact, etc. I want to thank personally the Los Angeles community for letting me into their world to give me their most deepest and personal thoughts about his passing, as well as Nipsey's personal friends. So without further ado, enjoy LA Speaks, The Passing of Nipsey Hussle.
I looked in there like, oh my gosh, Nipsey, and I'm like, what do you mean, Nipsey?
Everybody's still stunned. It's in disbelief. Like, how could that happen, you know?
I was in shock and disbelief when it happened.
My first initial thought was that I didn't believe it.
So shocked, so hurt.
I really ain't been able to put into words.
Oh no, man, I don't be wanting to believe it.
My name is Hussle. I'm from LA, Slauson, Crenshaw area.
That the city of LA is just sad.
If he did get shot, I know it ain't nothing serious, you know. Maybe he got shot in the leg or something. Nobody shot. You know, maybe they wasn't shooting at him. He probably got hit in like the crossfire or something.
Well, when I heard he got shot, the first thing that came to my mind was to pray. And then the second thing was don't die.
I was so confident that he was gonna live. I was just already fast forward into like, damn, this next like freestyle he does about getting shot is gonna be crazy. Or like the next album is gonna be like, I was not even contemplating the idea that he could die because you're almost so used to that narrative.
And I checked a few different reputable sources online, and then all of them confirmed that it did pass. And then the feeling of just like despair kicked in. I felt hopeless, and I couldn't understand why I felt that way.
I literally stopped what I was doing. I wanted to like cry immediately. Like it hit me immediately.
I didn't really like have a thought process like who's to blame, like what's going on or what happened. Like the circumstance wasn't my top priority, but just kind of like, you know, I had to get them tears out.
I felt like I got like slapped. My heart dropped because I felt like I lost someone I knew, a family member.
I ain't even gonna lie, I cried when I seen this shit like on Instagram and shit the next morning. I'm like, damn, shit is crazy. Like, that's my favorite rapper.
I really ain't been able to put into words what I felt because I really didn't know. You know what I mean? I feel like the world got slower. I feel like my food didn't taste the same. You know what I mean? Like, nothing just felt. I feel like I lost a family member, to be honest with you.
Check me out, Nipsey Hussle. Check me out, Nipsey Hussle. Check me out. Check me out. I came from nothing. Shootouts in public, riding buses, buying Benzes, buying buckets. Knocked me off from my grind. That's what they wasn't. My life was ugly, and I got
partnered with Earl a few months ago, and originally I was supposed to do a mural over here, but it was totally something different. I had sketched out something different, but when the passing of Nipsey, I asked them, can I pay tribute to Nipsey instead? And they was like, yeah, definitely. I wanted something happy, something celebrating him, and so I wanted a pop of color, and I really hope you guys love it. I love it. I feel like he loves it. He's seen my last portrait I did before the passing, and he liked it a lot. So I know he's gonna mess with this one. I feel his energy. I love him. And shout out to our king. Let's reveal this mural. Should I pull it down or just somebody else? Oh, my mother wants to do it. Shout out to my mom.
Give me the top right here.
You guys can take pictures in front of it. Okay.
This is way up. Uh-oh. Get your weight up. Let's go. We on the shop, check me out. Above the law, check me out. I sack my pants, check me out. To show my drums, check me out. This how we mob, check me out. Start some more, check me out. Once, check me out. And never thought, check me out. All bad, so money by the way. V12 is.
He is a rapper. He had a shop for people that was homeless. He would give them clothes, food, and everything. They saw the painters and then they asked to paint the basketball court.
I got a call from my friend Nick Monday night and he was like, hey, did you see any basketball courts down by the Marathon store? We drove down here, we met the founder and his wife who's the principal of the school that morning and just pitched them the idea that we come and paint their court. Just the feedback has been wonderful from the students at least. Every day that we were painting, students would come up to us, either participate and help us, or they would comment that Nipsey Hussle was their friend, that they loved the court.
Turn over here. This is why we have Nipsey Hussle over here, because we care about him. And this was our principal's idea. We built this together as a family, and we worked hard. We worked day and night to make sure this get done. And I just want to say that Nipsey Hussle was a great guy.
Yeah, this my real day one brother right here, Raphael. My other day one homie.
My name is Raphael, aka Ralph Diesel. I was Nipsey's childhood best friend all the way up until high school. And we grew up together over in West LA, Crenshaw District.
Just a real tight friend, tight friend. In the beginning, he was a youngster. I had a chance to just like mentor him in a few things as far as the streets and as far as doing other things other than gangbanging. Just try to teach him other options.
I just so happened to look, and here he go walking by, tall, lanky, slim cuz. Wrote my number down on the flyer, shot it to him. So they got the next day he hit me, was just like, y'all need a lock. All right, come through.
The news broke on the TV inside my home. I want to say within 30 minutes to an hour, Nipsey Hussle was dead. And at that very point in time, I had to actually take a seat. I didn't really feel like I was gonna faint, but like you said, the world kind of stopped for a minute.
Just even to this day, I was just like, damn, I wish he'd just roll up. Like it's still like a nightmare. Just roll up.
You gotta understand, when he was alive, he was the momentum for a lot of people. As soon as he came out with a song that's giving you some game, and you played it, it made you speed up your process. You kind of like, yeah, okay, okay, stack that, flip it, then double it back, okay. You start to try to mimic him in your world.
My fan base, I see him moving south. I'm overseas eating fucking kraut. Yeah, so I can tell you what this hustling about. I couldn't tell you what no luck about. I had maps on my wall, nigga. Dope stacks in my drawers, nigga. Stress and couldn't rest, not at all. Everything to the ball.
Dealing with the mental anguish, and it's tough. It's tough to wake up every morning after, you've been up all night, crying. I'm sleeping with my AirPods in, falling asleep to Extra Laps. It's a hidden album a lot of people still don't know about, new fans don't know about. But, and then you wake up just hours later totally exhausted and drained mentally and physically. But again, this is where that marathon life comes in, and this is where you push yourself to finish up those laps.
As he got more popular and as he got older, he had mentored me in a lot of ways. He was like a friend, a son, and a dad, like all in one.
What we talked about and stuff like that, it was just, steel sharpens steel. A lot of things were unsaid because being a real person out here, you don't have to say too much to get your point across. A lot of times when he just sat down and it was kind of like, are you straight? Yeah, I'm good. Out of family. All right, out of family. All right, cool. Cut. We real gentlemen at the end of the day. It was just basically a lot of don't quit conversations. You know what I mean? That was basically it. That's the best advice we ever gave each other.
You said getting this shit cleaned up. Fuck with my nigga. You know what I mean? We out here. Yeah, yeah, we ain't playing no games, man. Yeah, stay focused.
What, he's Egyptian? I didn't know. Oh, see, she got it all wrong. She said he's Egyptian, you know. Ethiopia is a little bit different.
She got the continent right, though. You know what I mean? I'm African, but I'm from LA, though. You know what I mean?
We had immigrant parents that, you know, moved over here from Africa. We leaned a little bit more toward the American side because growing up, being African and going to American schools and dealing with the American friends, you know, being called African booty scratchers and things of that sort, there wasn't too much pride behind that, to be honest. But as we grew older, we realized the true worth and the true value that being African brought to us, that we were able to embrace it a lot more.
Today we're honoring the life and legacy of Nipsey Hussle, right? We also want to recognize that he's Eritrean, right? He's African.
One of the reasons why I connected to Nipsey personally was his African culture, and especially the dichotomy of being both African and American, having an African parent, an American parent, and sometimes not even knowing how to identify.
I'm Eritrean. I'm Habesha just like Nipsey is. I take my East African culture very seriously and I take pride in it. And just to see that he actually took pride in it when, you know, like he had the opportunity to kind of reject it, leave it all in the past, you know, but he chose to embrace that side and show it to the world.
He was repping. He was not ashamed to embrace his Eritrean identity, to let people know. He would correct people if you see his early interviews. And these are videos that I saw as a kid. So I would see him talking about, nah, I'm not this, I'm Eritrean. He would have that tonality and it was very serious. And like for me, like I would start coming to school, middle school, my dad's from Eritrea, and I'll tell him like, get it straight, like Eritrea, a small little country. I know you may not have heard of it before, but let me tell you about it.
Nipsey went to Africa before I even went to Africa. He went to Africa at the age of 18. The first time I touched soil was at the age of 25. And Africa changed his whole life the minute he touched the soil. It taught him entrepreneurship. Jobs weren't readily available, so a lot of people survived off making their own money. It taught him to understand that he was an actual king. He came from the land of where human existence started. He understood that he was a king and not just a gangbanger and not just a product of his environment here in America, Los Angeles, California, South Central.
How come you're not blinging and having all kind of crazy diamonds and all that? I guess you need to get your money right.
All the time. I mean, you know, all that is cool for the image and all that, but all that is my business, you feel me? I'd rather invest in real estate, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, can you repeat that again, man? You're up and coming artist. What did you say you want to do?
I said invest in some assets.
Congratulations on all the new ventures, brother. You know what I'm saying? Enterprise, two Subway franchises.
Yes, sir.
That's the year. Yeah, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Never would have thought that growing up, sitting outside of Sloss and Donuts, waiting on Granny to come and pick us up on a hot summer day. She'd come and pick us up from the bus stop with a cooler of ice water and give us a cup of ice water and then take me home and then take him home. For us to go from that to him sitting on the jet by a brand that endorsed him, a global brand, and sipping champagne on there and filming videos with Lamborghinis, I think total inspiration.
Proud of you. Proud of y'all. Team. You know what I'm saying? It was a team effort. Sure. You know what I mean? This shit, bro.
He inspired me to take things to the next level. You know, let's try to get the marketing on point. Well, I'm the owner of a global brand named Subway, a multi-owner. And the thing is, I never thought that this could happen prior to seeing my brother make it happen.
He encouraged people to save money, he encouraged you to entrepreneurship, he encouraged people to do a lot of things, so he changed a lot of people's lives through his music.
Independent shit too, I never signed to a label, like he was always like in the back of my mind with this shit, like I'm like, yeah, he doing all this, I could do that too.
I gotta start creating my LLC. I gotta start saving better. I gotta start making better decisions and buying you know, assets instead of liabilities.
Like, okay, everything that I've been putting off, like, I need to go, like, go get it.
I have a foundation that I have, I don't want to say the name just yet, and it's going to affect the people of Los Angeles. And so I think it's just kind of giving me a little bit of drive, a little bit more drive than I already had before.
Give me advice, we read books or whatever.
The small shit too, like I wake up in the morning and I read and shit now, like small shit, wake up and go take a walk outside.
He's the only rapper at least I know, who passed and people are sharing his book list.
Empowerment of black people, you know, building a strong black community, building a community that's sustainable. You know, there's no reason why I should have to depend on anybody else for people buying my artwork or even, you know, like my community should be doing this. Black people are the ones who have the problem with practicing group economics, even when it's something just as simple as supporting black business. That's what Nip did. Just want to let y'all know. Like I said, that's why I love it, brother. Anything is possible. The wildest thought, the wildest dream, the wildest goal is possible once you map it out. Nip said it. I had a plan and I mapped it out. The instruction manual says step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Believe me, go through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're a true Nip fan, you're gonna do it in his honor. You're gonna post your results with those marathon flags, that checkered flag, and let him know that you did it for him. I can guarantee you, he's looking down smiling at you.
Now, being students, whether you are in grad school, doctoral programs, undergraduate, you still have yet to decide your major. It's okay. What is something that you can do to make this move forward?
Favorite song on Victory Lap? I would say Young Nigga. I don't even have no favorite song by him, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's, you know, what he's been doing is just like, just real dope.
All my life. Grinding all my life. Hey, sacrifice. Hustle, faith, and price. Yeah. I love it.
Young Nigga. I like Young Nigga and I like Real Big. Young Nigga. That verse that he's spitting, because it's just a verse he's going through. That verse that he's spitting is just like spiritual to me. Like that's
favorite song is Where My Money At.
Loaded Bases, for sure. It's almost like the song that you would play like at the end of any just major movie about someone coming up out the street.
My favorite Nipsey Hussle song is Dedication. That song literally got me through my last semester at UCLA. I did not even want to look at a book.
He got a song with him and Mozzie. It's called Hard Enough. You niggas ain't hard enough. You niggas ain't scored enough. You ain't in foreign cars enough. I fuck with that song not only because when that Slauson Boy 2 album came out, Nipsey sat in my chair, and like the week later, Mozzie came and sat in my chair. So I had both of the dudes on one track together on the new poppin' album, and some of you niggas just ain't hard enough. You know what I'm saying?